So friend, today we are going to discuss the new topic of matrix algebra, that is the linear equation. Now in this chapter we will see how to solve the linear equation by using the matrix method. Now see what is the definition of linear equation. An equation with degree 1, it is called the linear equation. See what is the definition of linear equation. An equation with degree 1, it is called the linear equation. Now suppose if you consider these equation, now obviously these are the linear equation. X raised to 1, y raised to 1, z raised to 1, degree of every term it is 1, so this is called the linear equation. Second equation, it is again the linear equation, x raised to 1, y raised to 1, z raised to 1, so obviously it is the linear equation. As well as this third equation, it is called the linear equation. Now all these equations combiningly, it is called the system of linear equation. If we combine all these equations, then this is called the system of linear equation. Now see, if you consider suppose the matrix equation. Now suppose let us consider this matrix equation 1 1 1 1 minus 1 2 3 1 1 into, consider suppose the matrix, second matrix, suppose it is xyz and this is equal to, consider this matrix, suppose this is 6 5 8. Now suppose if we consider this matrix equation, now if we find suppose this product, then this will be x plus y plus z equal to 6, we get first equation. X minus y plus 2z equal to 5, we get second equation. 3x plus y plus z equal to 8, we get third equation. So obviously this matrix equation and this system of linear equation both are the same. If we consider suppose the matrix equation and if we find this product suppose, then we get the same linear equation. Now suppose if we denote suppose this first matrix suppose by A, denote this second matrix suppose by X is equal to denote this last matrix suppose by B. So we can say that every system of linear equation can be transformed into matrix notation Ax equal to B. Both are the same form. The first form, this is in the linear equation form, and this is the second form, it is the matrix form, and obviously both the forms are equal. So first of all, remember this concept that every system of linear equation can be put in the matrix notation Ax equal to B, where what is A? A, it is called the matrix of coefficient. These are all the coefficient of x it is 1, coefficient of y it is 1, coefficient of z it is 1, coefficient of x equal to 1. In second equation, coefficient of y it is minus 1, coefficient of z it is 2. In third equation, coefficient of x it is 3, coefficient of y it is 1, and coefficient of z it is 1. So A, it is called the matrix of coefficient. What is the notation for x? X, it is called the matrix of unknown terms. X, y, z, these are called unknown terms. We have to find out the values of x, y, z. So this matrix X, it is called the matrix of unknown. And what is this B? B, this is called the matrix of constant term. 6, 5, 8, these are the constant term. So B, this is called the matrix of constant term. So first of all, remember this concept. Every system of linear equation we can put in the matrix notation Ax equal to B, where what is A? A, it is called the matrix of coefficient, X, it is called the matrix of unknown terms, and B, it is called the matrix of constant term. Now see, there are two types of linear equation. One, it is called the homogeneous system of linear equation, and the second, it is called the non-homogeneous system of linear equation. See, in this chapter we will see these two types of linear equation. First equation, it is called the homogeneous system of linear equation, and second, it is called the non-homogeneous system of linear equation. If suppose this right hand side, if it is 0, this matrix of constant term, if it is 0, then this equation Ax equal to 0, this is called the system of homogeneous system of linear equation. And this equation Ax equal to B, this is called the non-homogeneous system of linear equation. So obviously we are given this as a non-homogeneous system of linear equation. The equation Ax equal to B, the equation of the form Ax equal to B, that is called the non-homogeneous system of linear equation. If the right hand side, if it is 0, then this is called the homogeneous system of linear equation. If suppose this right hand side, suppose if it is 0, now this is called the homogeneous system of linear equation. The next definition, it is about the consistent equation and the inconsistent equation. See, what is the definition of consistent equation and inconsistent equation? Now see, this is the definition. If suppose Ax equal to B, if suppose this is a system of non-homogeneous linear equation in n unknown, suppose. In this equation we have taken 3 unknown x, y, z. Now suppose Ax equal to B, this is the system of non-homogeneous linear equation in n unknown, then what is the definition of consistency? If rank of A and rank of augmented matrix AB, this AB, it is called the augmented matrix. Matrix AB means it is the combination of matrix A and matrix B. A means the matrix of coefficient and B means the matrix of constant term. So first of all, remember this definition. If rank of A and rank of AB both are equal, then the system of linear equation, it is said to be consistent. Otherwise, it is said to be inconsistent. If rank of A and rank of AB both are different, then we can say that the system of linear equation, it is said to be inconsistent. Consistent linear equation means we can solve this system of linear equation. If the system of linear equation, if it is inconsistent, that means we cannot solve this system of linear equation. So the solution of linear equation, it depends upon the consistency of the equation. If the equation, if it is consistent, then and then we can solve the system of linear equation. If the system of linear equation, if it is inconsistent, if rank of A not equal to rank of AB, that means the equation, it is said to be inconsistent. Inconsistent means we cannot solve that type of equation. Now there is one theorem, so just write down that theorem. Now this is the statement of theorem. Let Ax equal to B, if suppose that is the non-homogeneous system of linear equation with n unknown, then what is the first statement? If rank of A is equal to rank of AB, this is the necessary condition for finding the solution. If the system is consistent, then and then we can find its solution. Whether it is unique solution or infinite solution, it depends upon this number of unknown. So see what is the statement of, what is the first statement? If rank of A is equal to rank of AB, if it is equal to suppose the number of unknown, if suppose we are given the number of unknown as suppose 3. If we find suppose the rank of A equal to 3 and rank of AB, if it is again 3, so in this case we can say that rank of A is equal to rank of AB. If it is equal to number of unknown, then the system has unique solution. There is no other solution. And what is the second statement? If rank of A and rank of AB both are equal, and if it is suppose less than number of unknown, suppose the number of unknown, suppose there are 3 unknown, and if you find suppose the rank of A it is 2 and rank of AB this is again 2, suppose this is the case. If rank of A and rank of AB both are equal, and if suppose this is less than number of unknown, then the system has infinitely many solution. So see, this linear equation, how to find out the solution of the linear equation? It depends upon this number of unknown. So just there are two statements. If rank of A and rank of AB both are equal, and if it is equal to number of unknown, then the system has unique solution. And what is the second case? If rank of A and rank of AB both are equal, and if that is less than number of unknown, then the system has infinitely many solutions. So let us take one example. Solve this system of linear equation x plus y plus z equal to 6, x minus y plus 2z equal to 5, and this is the third equation, 3x plus y plus z equal to 8. Now see, just now we have seen the statement of theorem. If suppose Ax equal to B, if suppose this is the system of non-homogeneous linear equation. We are given the system of non-homogeneous linear equation. If suppose this right hand side, if it is 0, then the equation Ax equal to 0, this is called the homogeneous system of linear equation. And this type of equation, the equation Ax equal to B, this is called the non-homogeneous system of linear equation. Now the question is, how to solve or how to find out the solution of non-homogeneous linear equation. So just now we have seen the statement of theorem. So what is that theorem? If rank of A equal to rank of AB, first of all we have to show that the system, it should be a consistent equation. If the system of linear equation, if it is consistent, then and then we can solve. So if rank of A equal to rank of AB, if suppose this is equal to number of unknown, we are given the number of unknown, there are 3 unknown, x, y, z, means there are 3 unknown. If suppose rank of A and rank of AB both are equal, and if you find suppose, if it is equal to number of unknown, then the system has unique solution. And what is the second statement? If the system, suppose if it is consistent, and if suppose this is less than number of unknown, then the system has infinitely many solution. So see, this number of solution, it depends upon this rank. If this is equal to number of unknown, then obviously the system has the unique solution. And when we say that the system of linear equation has infinitely many solution, if rank of A and rank of AB both are equal, and if it is less than number of unknown, then we can say that the system of equation, it has the infinitely many solution. So first of all, find out these two terms, rank of A and rank of AB. Consider suppose the augmented matrix AP. Now we know this concept. Okay, every system of linear equation we can put in the matrix notation Ax equal to B. Where what is this notation A? A means it is called the matrix of coefficient. So we have to write all the coefficient. What is X? X means the matrix of unknown, and what is this second notation B? It is called the matrix of constant term. So first of all, write down this term. Coefficient of X it is 1, coefficient of Y it is 1, coefficient of Z it is 1, coefficient of X 1, coefficient of Y minus 1, coefficient of Z it is 2. This is the coefficient of X, this is the coefficient of Y, this is coefficient of Z, and write down the element of B. So just put here dotted line, and matrix B means it is the matrix of constant term, which is 6, 5 and 8. So this total matrix, it is called the augmented matrix, and it is denoted by the notation matrix AB. Now see what is the method. First of all, reduce this matrix to the echelon form, or it is called the upper triangular form. Now see what is the echelon form, or what is the upper triangular form. If we draw, suppose, the diagonal element, from first row just consider the first element, from second row consider the second element, and from third row consider the third element. So these are, suppose, the diagonal element. So make all the element below diagonal, it is the 0 element. So this is called the upper triangular form or the echelon form. So first of all, remember this method, how to find out the solution. First of all, we have to reduce the given matrix to the upper triangular form. Upper triangular means just plot the diagonal element and make all the element below diagonal as a 0 element. So we have to make these 3 elements as the 0 element. Now see, just now we have seen that every system of linear equation we can put in the matrix notation Ax equal to B. This is our important concept. Where what is this A? A means this first matrix, which is the matrix of coefficient. What is this B? B, it is called the matrix of constant term, which is the last matrix. Now obviously this matrix A, this is called the prefactor. This is the single matrix, so obviously this is again called the prefactor matrix. A, it is the prefactor element. B, it is the prefactor, again it is the prefactor element. So we know this concept, always use the row operation for prefactor. So we are given this matrix A, which is the prefactor, B, it is again the prefactor, so we have to apply just the row operation. Don't use the column operation, because the column operation they are applied for the post factor. So first of all, remember this concept. Okay, we are given this, both are the prefactor, and we know that on prefactor we have to just apply the row operation. So in whole chapter we have to apply just the row element or row operation. So first of all, make these 3 elements 0. Now make these 2 elements equal to 0, so use row operation. Now this is the second row position, R2 minus R1, and make this element equal to 0, so this is R3 minus 3R1. So write down this equivalent matrix. First row as it is 1, 1, 1, just put the dotted line. This is 6. 1 minus 1, it is 0, just take the subtraction. Minus 1 and minus 1, this is minus 2. 2 minus 1, this is 1. 5 minus 6, so this is minus 1. R3 minus 3R1, just multiply first row by 3 and just take the subtraction. 3 minus 3, this is 0. 1 minus 3, this is minus 2. 1 minus 3, this is minus 2. 8, 1 and minus 3, this is minus 2. 8 minus 18. Multiply third row by 3. So 8 minus 18, so this is minus 10. Now make this element equal to 0. We have to reduce the matrix to the upper triangular form. So make now this element equal to 0. So again perform row operation. Now this is the third row position. So this is R3 minus R2. So minus 2 and minus minus become plus 2. So obviously that is the 0. So write down the equivalent matrix. First row as it is 1, 1, 1. Just put the dotted line. 6. Write down second row as it is 0, minus 2, 1 and minus 1. R3 minus R2, so 0 minus 0, this is 0. Minus 2 and plus 2, this is 0. Minus 2 and minus 1, this is minus 3. Minus 10 and minus minus plus 1, so this is minus 9. So this is our standard form, which is called the upper triangular form, or it is called the echelon form. What is the upper triangular form? Just plot the diagonal element and make all the element below diagonal as a 0 element. So this is called the echelon form or the upper triangular form. So this is the first step, how to find out the solution. First of all, reduce the given matrix to the triangular form. Now what is the next step? From this matrix, we have to find out rank of A and rank of augmented matrix AB. Now this is suppose the A matrix. How to find out the rank of matrix A? Rank of matrix means just find out the number of non-zero rows. If suppose this is again the 0 row, then there are 2 non-zero rows. So in this case, we can say that rank of A, it is 2. How to find out rank of A? Just count the number of non-zero row. Now this is minus 3. Now count the number of non-zero row. This is non-zero row, first non-zero row. Second, it is again the non-zero row. Third, it is again the non-zero row. So there are 3 non-zero row. So rank of A, it is 3. Now find out rank of AB. AB means this is the total matrix AB. So just count the number of non-zero row. First, it is non-zero. Second, it is non-zero. Third, it is again non-zero. So rank of AB, this is 3. So how to find out the rank of the matrix? Just count the number of non-zero row. So obviously, this rank of A and rank of AB both are equal, and this is equal to 3. So this system of linear equation, it is said to be a consistent equation. Consistent equation means we can solve it. So right here, therefore, the given system of equation is consistent. Consistent means we can solve the system of linear equation. Now this solution depends upon the number of unknown. What is the first rule? If rank of A and rank of AB, if both are equal, now that is 3. And if suppose this is equal to number of unknown, now in this example there are 3 unknown x, y, z. So rank of A equal to rank of AB, this is equal to number of unknown. So obviously this system has the unique solution. So right here, write down, therefore, right here now, rank of A is equal to rank of AB, this is equal to 3, and there are 3 unknown, so is equal to n. So right here, therefore, the system has unique solution. So find out this solution. So just use this last matrix. So right here, therefore, we get what is the first equation? X plus y plus z equal to 6. From second line, we can use the second equation. Minus 2y, this is coefficient of y, that is the coefficient of z, and what is the constant term? It is minus 1. And what is third equation? This is the coefficient of z, minus 3z equal to minus 9. So use this as equation number 1, this is suppose equation 2, and this is equation 3. So obviously from equation number 3, we get z equal to 3. This is the first unique solution. Just put z equal to 3 in second equation. So right here, from equation 2, minus 2y, put z equal to 3 is equal to minus 1. Minus 2y is equal to minus 4. So what is the value for y? It is 2. This is again the unique solution. And put z and y in first equation. So right here, from equation 1, x, what is the value of y? It is 2. What is value of z? It is 3 is equal to 6. So what is value for x? X equal to 1. So remember this concept, how to solve the linear equation by using the matrix method. So thank you for watching.